Hello everyone, how you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Today we are here with a video on the best melee training method for med and high level accounts in old school RuneScape. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and a comment for me. It helps the channel out and helps this video reach more people. Would appreciate that greatly. But with that said, let's go ahead and get into the guide. So to start, for the method that we'll be going about today, it involves the Vigor's Chain Mace. If you don't know what this is, basically it's a dragon scimitar that has a 50% bonus when used within the wilderness. So using this on wilderness based monsters is going to make this basically the best weapon in games in terms of DPS. The two notable wilderness monsters I'll be talking about today are the Elder Chaos Druids and Ankou. There are other places that you could utilize it, however these are the two best from my perspective. As far as the requirements, of course you're going to need a Vigor's Chain Mace to be able to do this. At the moment they're about 6 to 7 mil. That varies over time, so it might not be the same whenever you watch this video, but they're relatively affordable. If you don't know how to do that, I have plenty of money making methods on my channel. You can check those out. In addition to that, you'll need 60 attack in the first place to be able to even wear the Vigor's Chain Mace, and along with that, having a salve amulet is going to help out a large bit for killing the Ankou. However, the Elder Chaos Druids, it doesn't matter if you have the salve or not, so you don't have to worry there. In addition to that, using the Protect from Melee prayer on the Ankou is going to be a nice little boost. They're level 98 and it's in multi, so if you don't have a good defense level, melee protection is going to be needed. And with the Elder Chaos Druids, no matter what your defense and mage levels are, you're going to want to protect from mage because there are a lot of them and they can hit very hard. So you'll need 43 or 37 prayer respectively for those two. Beyond that, in terms of what you can expect for these two monsters, for Ankou, they're not as AFK as compared to the Elder Chaos Druids that are very, very AFK. So personally for me, I like the AFK sort of lifestyle. Allows me to do other things, focus on other stuff, and with that, I would personally choose the Elder Chaos Druids in this example. However, they are also worse XP. Ankous are going to be better in that regard. However, you can get free prayer recharge from the Elder Chaos Druid area because there's an altar nearby, so that's sort of the give and the take there. And Ankou actually have a higher GP per kill in the wilderness. They drop a lot of goodies, so it's about 3.5k per kill, while with the Elder Chaos Druids it is 2.5k per kill. So really just kind of got to balance this out. I'd recommend, if you can, go ahead and try both of them and see which ones you like better. Then for the gear options here, I have a couple different setups listed down below that you can go ahead and read on through if you'd like. Essentially on the left hand side, going for a lower level, more cost-effective gear setup. The only thing in there that's really all that expensive outside of the chain mace is the Berserk ring, but you certainly don't have to bring that. You can switch it out for anything you'd like. So just really trying to maximize your prayer efficiency here, since you will be praying most of the time. On the right-hand side, more the same here, just bringing a little bit better in terms of gear, a lot more GP spent on this setup. The Ring of the Gods is one that's debatable. If you care more about saving some money, Ring of the Gods is a good way to go. If you care more about getting more XP, then a Berserk ring is a good way to go. You could also upgrade the Defender to an Avernic Defender if you have that available to you. Personally, I don't have one on this account, so that's why I didn't include it. And then beyond that, if you're going to Ankous instead of Elder Chaos Druids, you could also switch in the Salve Amulet for your amulet slot. I would highly recommend that. And in addition to that, you could also bring some defensive gear, maybe Rune. You don't really want to bring anything that's too expensive because you might die, since both of these spots are in the wilderness, of course. And so it's kind of up to you. Just test it out, see how you're feeling. So now that we have that all figured out, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the inventory, how to get there, and what all we're going to be up to. So in terms of the inventory, I have a Royal Seed Pod that you can get after Monkey Madness 2. This is a one-click teleport out of the wilderness from level 30 and below, so it is a great thing to use. If you don't have that, you could bring some house teleport tabs, or you could bring an Amulet of Glory and then just teleport via that. However, it won't be a one-click, so it's a little worse. I also bring some Blighted Entangle sacks. You can use these on a PKer and it can help you to escape. They probably won't see it coming either, so it's kind of sneaky. In addition to that, I have a Burning Amulet to teleport to the two locations. Both of them are very near the same area. The inventory is going to be exactly the same. The only real thing that you would change out if you're going to Ankou is maybe if you're bringing defensive gear like some rune armor, then switch out, instead of having prayer potions, maybe go with summer pies or pineapple pizzas, since those are very HP effective. In addition to that, I have a looting bag to go ahead and stock up all the drops that we'll be getting out here, so you can hold basically an entire inventory in here, which is very, very nice. Beyond that, 3 Divine Super Combat Potions. You can switch to regular super combat potions, or you could just bring regular super attacks and strengths if you'd like. And then I have some Ceredoman brews along with a couple restores to evade PKers if necessary. So that's the deal. You can use piety if you like. I'm going to be using piety because I think it's the best way to go about this. However, that is entirely up to you. It will cost a little bit more GP per hour. However, one of the nice things is about the Chaos Druids that you can actually charge there. So let's go ahead, get on out there. The first spot that we'll be going to is the Chaos Druids, and just go ahead and teleport to the Chaos Temple to get there. Once you're there, throw on your Protect from Magic and your Piety. I guess one thing we should talk about before we actually get on into this, just to make sure none of you guys lose any sort of items that may be valuable to you, go down to the settings down here and then click on the controls and turn on PK Skull Prevention. That way you don't accidentally attack someone. There's tons of people that dress up as these Chaos Druids and then you might accidentally attack them, and that is very bad. In addition to that, go ahead and throw on your Protect Item Prayer, then go down to View Items Kept on Death and take a peek and see what you lose if you're killed by a player. Right now I'm risking 469k. In addition to that, you could also do if you're beyond level 20 Wilderness and how that works. The only other thing that I didn't mention is for the Vigor's Chainmace, you do have to charge it with Ether. So you have to throw in 1,000 pieces of Ether to be able to get it even charged in the first place. And then you have to throw in extra charges to be able to use it. So I have 1,753 in here. The less you bring, the less you'll risk. However, then you'll have to bank more. So it's sort of up to you. But with that said, let's go ahead, head on down here. Just throw on your Protect from Magic and your Piety Prayer and walk on into the middle of all this jazz. Then from there, drink up on your combat boosting potion, and really for these, it's as simple as that. You just go ahead and start AFKing. There are a ton of Elder Chaos Druids around here, level 129, so pretty brutal if your prayer does drop, so keep an eye. As you can see from these hits, I just hit a 51, a 39, you know, it's ridiculous, it really is. That's why you're going to be getting such good combat XP out here. It can max at about 150 to 160k per hour, which, I mean, that's far better than anything you'll be getting at Nightmare Zone. Sure, there is some sort of risk in the sense that if PKers come out here, you could die. And as I showed before, I mean, I'm risking about 400, 500k. That's why you have the one-click teleport. So if you see any white dots up there on the minimap or any people around, you can go ahead and teleport on out of there. You get tons of herbs out here. So just make sure you kind of know what you feel is worth picking up. The more you bank, the less XP you'll get, so you gotta balance that out for yourself. So in terms of evading PKers here, what I would recommend is just to run on out of here and start moving to the south. You're only in level 13 Wilderness, so realistically, unless they're the same level as you, going down levels in the Wilderness is going to be the best way to evade them. At some point, you'll hit a spot where they can't attack you anymore, and that's the best way to go about it. And yeah, it really is as simple as that. You can actually stay here a really long time. As I mentioned previously, you can charge your prayer down here. The one thing you'll have to do is just run on down here to the Chaos Altar. The Elder Chaos Druids do have this really annoying attack where if you've already attacked them, they'll teleport you back like so. So I definitely recommend sticking to one Elder Chaos Druid before you start attacking more, because if you run around and aggro all of them onto you like so, that can be very annoying. They'll just teleport you around like this, and that's not anything you want to be a part of. Whenever they stop aggroing you, the best way to go about it for me is just to teleport on out and then teleport back over there. You'll get re-aggroed and you don't have to waste any time or run away from them and get teleported all around. Easiest way to go about it, in my opinion. For the Ankou, I threw on a Salve Amulet. You want that to have the enchantment on it. Beyond that, you don't need to imbue it. That's only for range and mage. If you want to come here and do that, that is up to you. But we're going to head on out to the Chaos Temple again, very close to where we were prior. I also opened up a few inventory spaces because Ankou drop a lot of food out there and a lot of drops as well. So you're going to want to have the extra spots. You could even bring Alex if you want to stay here as long as possible. It's really up to you. Once you head on in that cave though, then just go ahead and run to the northwest, and right here are the Ankou. So go ahead and pot up before you get on in here and throw on your Piety. If you're a lower level, you can throw on Protect from Melee. However, if you're not, I recommend just keeping it off and just going with Piety. It'll save you a little bit of prayer. And in addition to that, the Ankou will drop a lot of blighted supplies that you can just pick up and then go ahead and eat from there. As you saw right there, 2 blighted Karambwan just like so. Make sure whenever you get those to go ahead and close your looting bag before you loot them. That way you aren't going to be throwing them on in there and sort of wasting some space. This is the one downside to the Ankou, is that they aren't all gathered in one very condensed location. So you do have to kind of run around a little bit and gather them yourself. That's why it's not as AFK, and sometimes can be even less XP than the Elder Chaos Druids. If for some reason their spawns aren't going the right way for you, or if you're just too high level and tearing through them before they can spawn quick enough, you might fall in that sort of scenario. scenario. However, for most people, this is going to be better XP because you have the bonus of the salve on top of the Vigor's chainmace, so it's just a really OP method of training out here. As you can see here from the loot, I got 360 GP from all of them, a nice little teleport right there. But it is a really simple time out here, great training spot. But these have some pretty good drops, and they are also something that drops a ton of different wilderness-based items. It's sort of newer onto a lot of the Wilderness Slayer drop tables, so they might go down in price in the future, and these might not be as profitable as they are now, but nonetheless, you can still make some good money and get some great XP while you're out here, and it will certainly negate the costs that you have for your prayer potions and the ether that you'll be using through the chainmace. So overall, I really recommend these two places. But yeah, that is going to be it for me today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like. On top of that, anything you'd like to tell me or others, would love to hear in a comment down below. And if you want some more videos like this as soon as I go live, make sure to subscribe. But with that said, hopefully you guys have a wonderful day, and peace.